Okay, what I want to show you here is how I use the MySwing 3D system here at iGolf Studio to help people improve their golf. I've heard a few people recently say and ask me the 3D system, oh, it's only really for good players, isn't it? I completely disagree with that statement. I have used it with good players, and I've also used it with some average to poorer players as well, and seen how they have improved really easily. What I love about the system is the simplicity of it. It may look complicated with lots of data, but it really does simplify things and instantly shows you exactly what is happening in the golf swing to help people improve. So first of all, I've got a capture here of a PGA professional, very good golfer, has a club head speed with a driver of around 112 mile an hour, so you can hit the ball quite a long way. This golfer had a little bit of an issue of wanting to hit a fade with his irons, and the ball was starting slightly left of target and curving further to the left of the target. When we put him on the flight scope, his path was approximately 2 degrees to the right, so obviously with a rightward path he's not going to be able to start the ball left of the target and curve it to the target. So we put him on the 3D system, and immediately we saw on the right hand side here, if you can just see the cursor where it says ribcage rotation, we immediately saw at address his ribcage was 7 degrees closed to the target. So that straight away signals to me that he is slightly close to the target, which can then make it very difficult to get the club path travelling left. So if I put a little line on here with the rib cage, we worked on his rib cage a little bit. So we'll put a little line on the rib cage so we can see at address position here, 7 degrees close to the target. Now at the top he gets it into a good position. He's 86, 87 degrees closed at around the top of the backswing there, and that's pretty good. And then as he comes down to impact, he only manages to get himself 15 degrees, ribcage 15 degrees open to the impact again, which is going to not help him get his club path further to the left and hit that little fade that he wants to hit. So we did a little bit of work on the train mode here, which is really good to help that, and this was the effect of what we got, the difference in what we got. So all of a sudden we got him to learn where he needed his rib cage to be at address, and you can see here it's 2 degrees open. It's still not as open as we would like it, and you can see the light is still flashing red there on the right hand side on the rib cage rotation section, but at impact he then gets himself to 23 degrees open with the rib cage, which all of a sudden helps him get the club path going further to the left, and he's then able to hit that fade. Really easy to see. I think the difference in the rib cage at address was about 6 degrees. That's something you can't see with the naked eye, something that you would have to be, it's very difficult to see on the video camera, but the 3D system just throws it up straight away. We did no work whatsoever on his golf swing. It was all about just getting his rib cage slightly more open at address, and the golfer goes away able to hit the shot that he wants to hit. Okay, so what I'm going to show you now, I'm going to show you a golfer who's not as highly skilled, and how I helped him improve his golf game. So this gentleman is a 28 handicapper. He's not as good obviously as the golfer in question there, but we've still managed to make some significant improvements to his game. As we can see here at address, he has his rib cage 30 degrees close to the target, which is, well, massively closed. You can actually see that with the video and on the camera, but he couldn't feel it, and as soon as we put the 3D system on him, he saw the numbers, he believed it. We put him in the train mode, and we were able to then give him a feel that he wanted to feel at address. It felt very strange to him, but he knew it was correct. So the 29 degrees close at the top of the backswing got him 128 degrees close with the rib cage. So he's made an unbelievable turn at the top of the backswing. And what this has meant he has done is, if I add on the lead wrist angle, he doesn't use his wrists at all. So he's actually He's hardly set his wrists at all at the top of the backswing. So all his ability to get the club to the top of the backswing is all through his turn and his shoulder turn. There is no wrist action whatsoever in that swing. So what we worked on a better address position with his rib cage. So if I go to the after of what we've done there, so as you can see, we've got him at address there. He's gone to 3 degrees closed, and by the time he's gone to the top of the backswing, he's only turned 98 degrees, which is much better. And you can see that lead wrist angle has changed along with it. His desire to get the club to parallel at the top as it helps him do it more with the wrists rather than with a big rib cage turn. And what we actually saw with this golfer, because he added an extra lever with the wrists, he actually gained 20 yards with his A-time, which for this gentleman who's off 28 handicap, I'm sure is absolutely huge for him. I have actually spoke to him since then, and he's been very happy with his game since. So just a quick video there just to show you that it's not just for the good players, it is for every golfer who comes along. I think the 3D system is the way to go now. It highlights exactly what is happening, not what you think is happening. It shows us things on the 3D that you can't see on a video, which is why I love it, and which is why I'm using it more and more. Thank you for listening.